live stream. So I readjusted the microphone because I realized the echoing effect was more coming from my camera. So anyway, looking forward to playing this again. Anyway, if you remember last time, what happened here? Whew. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. And if you remember last time, we were told by the priestess that that the lady we met, Karen, was actually Karen, the River Styx boatman, and we are in some kind of afterlife. So now we're gonna try to find our way out. Oh, also, I just sort of found this random tunnel. Huh. So, we're just jumping right into it, but I don't know, I just sort of was looking around, I found this tunnel, looked interesting. It wasn't gonna be my first point of search, but, you know. It's a nice little cave. What happened?
Ah, a visitor.
Okay. I just sort of stumbled on this on accident, I swear. Hi.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Jack.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I kind of found this place by accident.
Perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto?
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue? Wonderful.
Okay.
Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
It's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
Yeah. It is.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose so.
So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
I don't really think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I don't think there is such a thing as correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
I mean, On one hand, a strong set of laws and customs of the community can lead to... Yeah.
So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right?
No, actually, that's absurd.
I agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
Huh. You know... Yeah.
And that's a credit to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to
Yeah.
change their position when presented with a superior argument.
Yeah. What
My
is
point
your point?
This. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Yeah, fair
If
point.
there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
Yeah.
And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
So, what's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern, in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return.
So you know where we
Even
are.
with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Huh. I did not expect this to happen when I came down here. Huh. Do you mean Pluto?
They're one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Right. Okay. Why can't you return to the
My
surface?
generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Alright.
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down
Living
here?
in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, would I be living like this?
Yeah. What do you think of the Golden Rule? I think we already know, but...
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me.
Yeah. Do you know where I could find a plaque that was removed from the obelisk?
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Uh-huh. That's the
It is
one.
a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Well, then where's
I
Kabash?
will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina.
Ah.
And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
The Egyptians were... What did it
I
say?
had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
What's in
There
there?
are certain things you must see for yourself.
Okay,
Take
okay.
this key. You'll need it to open the gate. I enjoyed our chat, But please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
I will. Huh. You know, out of all the accidents I stumbled across, this is my favorite. It was nice talking to you.
Ah, you've returned.
I did, but, Huh. Now, where's that even older tunnel you were telling me about? What the? Okay, those statues are down here. Ah. You have an I know Egyptian when I see it. Yep. Definitely Egyptian. So the Egyptians were here first. I wonder what's got these guys riled up. I thought the only peeled statues were in Navia's place. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. That's what it says in the rest of the town. No? Okay, too much? An Egyptian board game. Huh. You know, I'm getting pretty good at this. Okay, so before the Romans, there was the Greeks, and before the Greeks was the Egyptians. And apparently the Greeks were right, in some sense, maybe, probably. No, okay, so just... No, okay, so... Oh, shit. Okay, bit much. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't take fun in that. These are... Damn it! Get the bow out! Heh. You know, I was probably meant to... They've been here a while. I was probably meant to go around all of them. Maybe they've been here long enough that the gold's rusted away? Is that thing gold does? Interesting, interesting. Kabosh? Is that you?
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm Jack. Who are you?
I am Kabosh. And let me guess. Another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
Do I look Greek or Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious hair. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I am looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it, and restore the honor of Osiris.
Ah, okay. That seemed a little too easy.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The fourth plaque? You know about it?
Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit. And there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
No. Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
The Duat?
Indeed. And I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
I can see why you're unhappy.
I am glad to hear it. Which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us. And that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
No, I need that.
You are too late. It is done.
And now I'm gonna have to go in after it.
Plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
Yeah, we'll see. I have some questions for you.
Help you to see reason, then ask.
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin, and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
You know way out of here.
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is, it would be unwise to venture down there.
Well, that just makes me want to go down there even more.
Is everyone so contrary where you are from? Do not even consider it.
I'll be going now.
Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Well, we'll see.
I urge you, return to the surface with the Romans. It will be safer for you.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so if my understanding is right, so apparently this is the Egyptian underworld, which got taken over by the Greeks, and now it's gotten taken over by the Romans after they had all respectively failed the Golden Rule. But now, there was apparently a fourth people. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep, this would be the pool where they would enter the... Aha.
That lamp, praise Ra. Truly, the gods are powerful in this place.
Well, as said by someone, the easiest thing is just doing the thing, so... See ya! Nurgle, the fierce one. A Sumerian. Can't say I'm familiar with that. Okay. So the Sumerians were here. Oh, this guy was ready to catch. This guy was ready to throw hands. Oh, that might be why she was in that. Okay, so the Sumerians were first, maybe. Well, were the Sumerians correct? Wait, were the Sumerians correct then, or are they also in a much longer and deeper set of... Wow. So much intrigue, and I've only had to reset the time loop once. Stranger, heed the final words of Nam Kuzu. Bear witness to our aftermath and lament us. We did our best to live as the gods commanded. We planted and harvested together. We shared bread and beer. We accepted newcomers with open arms as if family. But with each newcomer, the bonds of our family strained, and soon we were strangers to each other. And when those bonds, brothers and sisters planted only for themselves, ate and drank alone. And it was there, in the empty space between us, that sin took root, and Nurgle's sentinels have awoken and clamor at our barricades. Learn from our And then I guess that's when they got turned to gold. Thanks for the warning. Okay, and my understanding is Duat is the resting place of the Egyptian underworld. Oh. Oh, Oh, God, are you guys okay? Uh-oh. Is it filling up with water? I guess there's unbendable golden statues, but I mean, I don't know if that made it worse somehow. I don't. Wait, am I gonna go down a step lower and find the Japanese underworld? I don't know how many. I don't really. I gotta be. To be honest, I don't understand. So I have 2 tablets already. That was easier than I... Well, I guess I gotta get out of here. Ah ha ha, I know. I should step around this. Although Although if the end result of the trap's getting along the walls... Okay. Here's another one.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise. You will die here.
There's no need for extended violence.
Disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true God of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Just hear me out.
Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you.
That may be true of many things, but this is different. If our gods were copied and corrupted from an older civilization, does that not mean they are false?
Well, I mean...
Does that not mean our prayers to our gods all fell on deaf ears because we were not even addressing them by their true names?
If the gods exist, isn't it possible that they each have more than one true name?
Now that I think about it, my people would sometimes call Osiris the god of many names.
Yeah?
Perhaps it is so. But the underworld of my people is so different to this one, and so unlike the way it was described by our priests. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
You know, that's one hell of an existential crisis. I mean, isn't being a good person a worthwhile pursuit in of itself?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
I mean, if you were only good in life because you expected a reward, were you really a good person?
Now you insult me and all of my ancestors.
They probably
You have sealed
No. Wait. You break the golden rule.
I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope.
No! What is my last save?
Not find a way back up. That was not a... That made... Does that...
But you could blame your priests for that, not me.
Blasphemer! You have sealed...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, well anyway, if he got down... I guess I'll have to make my way back down. I mean... I don't know, I feel... No, hold on. I feel like... I can... Okay, let me get back. I think I...
When I told that... That... Men weep and yet did our... I am... Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is your point?
If you're going to abandon the lifetime of good character now that it matters most, is it just because you fled?
Persuasive. Very well. I will let you live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Okay. I'm glad... Okay. I'm glad I got this to end with an understanding and not... Huh. Okay. I was not expecting an instance of not... Huh, interesting. So... Oh. Oh, no, wait, I met them on the way in. Is it this way? No, it came this way. Is it through here? I'm a little lost. Man, it's...
Remarkable. Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
Yeah. We're going.
Enjoyed our chat.
Huh. Isn't this how I entered? Right, so huh. So purely by accident, I've discovered secrets I never thought I'd... I guess, So we're in the Sumerian underworld. Oh, okay, here we go. Wait, only mic broadcast is... Yeah, Greek vase, huh? Okay, it's only broadcasting. I don't know how to fix that. I'm just gonna see if it gets fixed at some point.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important. Ah, a new face. Salve.
Talking to
and
Virgil.
Welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Yeah, I'll be going now, actually. I need
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can sort out this internet problem. If it's only broadcasting my mic, I probably can't do more. And huh. Yeah, I didn't expect any of that. I just walked in through the temple and found the secret passage and thought that was interesting. And I already have 2 plaques. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just make another stream and see if the thing fixes. But anyway, yeah, that was interesting. I'm glad the quality only cut out until after the. I'm just gonna save my game. I guess. Okay, just if you're watching me now, just come back in a few minutes.